Wednesday.
I don't know who the father of this child is.
The fight is on.
Zach!
And the drama
Coming to get my things.
has just begun.
He must be using his client settlement money. You got any proof of that?
Tyler Perry's Sistas. All new episode next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on DE.
Okay, Sistas fans, you just saw the end credit promo, or at least the 11-second promo for next week's episode, We Know Enough, which is season 4, episode 15. Of course, when they released a 30-second promo, if it has any substantial scenes or dialogue that were not in these two promos already, I'll do a video on it. But the synopsis: Danny makes things clear for Preston where they stand in their relationship. And after last night's episode, I already know I'm not going to like the Danny scenes. But there's a lot going on. And then again, I don't want to get my hopes up because, look, for 2 weeks in a row, we've had promos where the episodes look, oh my God, this is going to be great. But then when you get to the episode, the parts we actually want to see are at the very end of the episode for like a moment. Whether it be the doctor telling Karen about how far along she is, or Zach attacking Hayden. Those are like in the last 15 seconds. And then we got to wait until the next episode to get the follow-up on it, because the episode itself spends so much time dragging its feet on scenes we don't even care about to get to the scenes we want to get to, which are just a blink and you miss it moment. But I ain't gonna lie, next week does have me intrigued. All right, okay, so Zach is beating the brakes off of Hayden, and while I guess I wasn't fully correct, I did say, hey, based on how Zach picked up Hayden, it looks like he's going to toss him down the stairs. Technically, he didn't toss him, but it looks like he punched him across the face so hard, he goes, just rolling down the stairs, and then Zach follows him and then continues the beating while people are just stopping, in the middle of the hallways and looking at what's going on. Andy's crying out for them to stop. Then 2 police officers, I guess security, rush down there in order to stop the fight from happening. But this is a part I'm really going to do a separate video on because I find it interesting. Now, we know that Karen is going to show up at Andy's job. And I'm just thinking, oh, wow, remember the last time she did that and it almost caused a fight between her and Zatima, which Zatima would have won. No doubt about that. But Karen is in Andy's office saying, I don't know who the father of this child is. And she goes on to say, what if Aaron is the father of this child? And Andy's like, well, Aaron is a good man. So basically, Karen admits that she doesn't know who the daddy is. She's no longer sure that it's Zach's. But here's the thing that I'm actually concerned about. In Andy's office, we actually hear her saying, Hayden had Zatima arrested, but we don't know who she's talking to. Could this be one of the security guards / police officers, and Andy is talking with them because obviously she's the one screaming for them to stop fighting. Zach came to see Andy, so maybe they're questioning Andy to understand what's going on. Here's my fear. That was not meant to rhyme, but it sounded cool that it did. What if Andy is talking to Karen? Karen gets to the law firm. She notices all the police and whatnot. I don't know if she sees Zach being apprehended, but regardless, she sees a lot of commotion going on and asks Andy, what's going on here, Andy? And then she's like, Hayden had Zatima arrested. What if, based on this information, Karen decides to look into who Hayden is and then they link up? I'm going to leave that on the table right now, but like I said, I'll do a separate video on it. And speaking of Hayden, he's on the phone with Gary and he's saying he must be using his client settlement money. And Gary's like, you got any proof of that? This is obviously referencing Robin, because somebody in the live yesterday and on Twitter was like, Jeremy, you mentioned how Hayden said, how Robin can't do anything to him, can't have him fired or whatnot. But does Hayden know that Robin is the owner of the law firm? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't think he does. So I think this is kind of like, what I said months ago, where looking into the FCC and all this other stuff on the stock, while Zach might not get in trouble, the white people who, like the senator's wife was saying, or the congressman's wife or the senator, basically Tony, the woman who gave Zach the stock intel to begin with, hating, poking and prodding at the stocks and whatnot, could get the wrong people, FCC, looking into it. And as a result, that could ruin those white people. And then they'll be looking for the guy who started all this mess, Hayden, and that's his downfall. But we might get a situation where him snooping and whatnot, trying to probe Robin, could actually backfire because, oh my God, he doesn't know he's the guy that owns the whole thing, so he can get fired. So you just never know. But yeah, I'm guessing, Robin does come back soon. Some people are saying Robin comes back, he's in a promo. This 11-second promo, that was full of other scenes that aren't, in these episodes yet, like Robin, Aaron, Zach, like, when Karen's like, I don't know who the father of the child is. We get, there's a clip of Zach at his house from this week's episode when he was talking with Danny, and there's a clip of Aaron on the couch from maybe a future episode, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think everything is going down in this episode like Robin's return, but you never knew. No, I mean, maybe he does come back and Gary's like, wait, how does he afford all this stuff? He could be using his client settlement money, and if he has any proof, Gary's hoping to use that to sabotage him. So from there, we get Preston coming by Danny's place to get his things, even though he said leave him in a box outside of your door so I can pick him up around 11 tomorrow morning. At that time, I know you're already gone to work, because Danny's like, what are you doing here? Preston's like, coming to get my things, and it's late at night, so it's like that day. Okay. Alright, so okay. Calvin. After hearing Q's story, I'm okay with him staying here. Maurice, don't speak for me. I'm going to try to not rant. I'll just say this is stupid, and I will move on. So the last thing is Bio. It looks like he's at, I think, either just a random bar or his restaurant. I can't really tell, but he's on the phone with Sabrina saying, so when can I see you? And it looks like she's still at work saying, I was thinking the same thing. And then we go over to the grocery store and we see Danny and Sabrina walking around the aisles, and two women are behind them, and Danny's like, who these two heifers following us? And then the episode actually ends its promo for next week. Remember, these two are two African women who recognize Sabrina from a magazine photo where she's pictured with Bio, and that leads into episode 16. Look closely. Sabrina realizes that Bio has a significant secret, while Karen and Aaron draw closer. So, with that being said, that's all I have to say for the next week promo until we get the 30-second, bumper. But thanks so much for tuning in. What scenes are you looking forward to seeing play out the most? Like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Thanks so much. We finally hit 10,000 followers on Twitter last night. So just make sure you follow me in all the Facebook groups and on Instagram. Again, links are in the description. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video.